Should be good to go.
Hello and welcome to the IDAS Events Podcast. I'm Allison Capps and I am here with Race Director Daphne Kirkwood. And we are here to talk to you about the upcoming South Asheville Turkey Trot presented by Hunter Subaru and what our turkey trotters can expect on Thanksgiving Day. Daphne, you tell us a little bit about the Turkey Trot and how it started.
Yeah, the South Asheville Turkey Trot started 4 years ago in Biltmore Park Town Square in South Asheville. And the event in the second year grew to over 1,000 runners. And
wow,
I know. And last year we moved the race because we were in the midst of the pandemic to a nearby park and limited the numbers for that one and did rolling wave starts and some different things. And so we're really excited to be back in Biltmore Park Town Square for 2021 for the 4th annual. And we expect it to sell out before race day. So that's really exciting and we can't wait.
Yeah, those turkey trotters keep just rolling in. We're excited about this event. It's a fun, family-friendly event, and the mood is there for Thanksgiving morning, and people are just all really happy. So I am excited to see this tradition go back to Biltmore Park.
Yeah, me too. And it's the largest running holiday of the year. Do you know that, Allison?
It makes sense.
Yeah. It's just, everybody wants to get out and do something, do a little exercise and move a little bit before they gobble down their turkey dinner. What does our shirt say this year? What's the slogan?
It says run, eat, nap, which is my plan for the day.
Yes. Yeah, I would say that's 100% the plan for most people. So excited. Also Biltmore Park Town Square is fantastic to work with on this event. And so I just want to give a shout out and kudos to them. They're hard at work behind the scenes planning this with us, and they do a fantastic job. So we're excited to be back in that community and in the town. And we got lots of good stuff in store this year.
Yeah, a huge thanks to them. And one awesome way that we're able to give back with this event is to have a local nonprofit organization that we get to be a part of. And so who is that for this year?
Yeah, so we have Sheepdog Impact Assistance. It's a veterans program, veterans nonprofit. We have the local chapter involved with the race. They've actually been part of it for several years. And so they are raising money to be able to give Christmas gifts to veterans' children's, first responder kids. They also have some programs for veterans to go to several camps and things to help with PTSD and other disorders. And so, they are really involved with the veterans and first responders in our community. So we're so excited to be able to give back to them through this event.
Awesome. Well, here is a little ad to let you know a little bit more about Sheepdog. So I noticed this year that the start time looks a little bit different than it did last year. And last time we were in Biltmore Park. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so with COVID, we started implementing wave rolling starts, and that really helped with crowd control, and through the pandemic especially kept people safe. And so it also, really helps take the stress out of trying to get to the start line for people at a certain exact time. And for this race, we always seem to have, the stragglers who roll in with their toddlers and, oh, I'm late, can I still race? So we have a 15-minute window for folks to come to the start line and start. I would say if you're a competitive runner, definitely try to get there at the 9 o'clock time and start in the front of the pack. Because if you come later on, you're going to be weaving through people if you're a really fast runner. But yeah, there's a 15-minute window to start. And so hopefully that'll alleviate some of the stress for family members to try to get there. But everybody does have to be parked. We'll talk about parking in a second, but parked by 8:30 a.m. because streets will be shutting down, closing down things for safety. And so, however long it takes you to get from parking to packet pickup or to the start line, that's where you have some time, but you do need to park by 8:30.
Okay. Well, and then that gives you a little bit of a buffer too, to meet up with extended family members that you're meeting there to run with and things like that. So, yeah, that will be great. Another thing that I think we kept from last year is the virtual race. So how does that work? And how do we sign up for it? Can we switch to a virtual race if your flight got delayed and you're not going to make it to Asheville for Thanksgiving?
Yes to all of those things. So the virtual race is, something that stuck with COVID as well. Folks who want to be able to participate might not have a turkey trot in their town, and they love the swag, the shirts, the medals that go along with this race. And so it was very popular last year. And so we've kept it, and folks have signed up for it. So you can run anytime leading up to Sunday, the weekend after the race. So I guess that's Sunday, November. What's the date on that? 28th,
it is
28th at midnight. So you have all that time to run, and you can submit your results online. You don't have to do that. But we will mail your shirt and your medal to you. You can come pick that up at packet pickup if you want to as well, but you don't have to. And so then you can run the 5K, whenever you want, wherever you want, and you can still be part of the annual holiday tradition with us.
Awesome. Okay. So if you sign up for the virtual because you didn't think that you could make it to Asheville, and then you end up getting to Asheville, can you run the virtual on race day?
You would have to switch to an in-person event if you do that, because we'll have to give you a race number. And everybody out on the course has to have a race number that shows that you've signed the waiver and for liabilities. So if you've signed up for virtual, you would need to get an actual bib from them at packet pickup.
Okay, so they could do that at packet pickup on race morning?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So is the packet pickup drive-through style again this year?
It is not. We actually have a fantastic space available in Biltmore Park Town Square, right beside Fleet Feet Asheville, right where the start line is at for this race. And so we'll be inside the shop where Charming Charlie's used to be. It's right on the corner, right there on Town Square Boulevard. And so we'll have some signage out front where we're at, but it'll be very convenient for everybody on race day and pre-event day. And we do have packet pickup. The hours are on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, from noon until 3 p.m. Because of the number of people that we've had register. We anticipate we have extended those hours till 3. So it's 12 to 3. And we highly suggest, if you did not opt in to get your stuff mailed to you, that you send a friend or family member to come on Wednesday to pick that stuff up. It'll just make things so much easier for you on race day. So highly recommend that. And you just come in. And we'll get you taken care of. You don't need to have a print off or anything from race roster. We can just look you up by your last name, and you're more than welcome to pick up for family members if you want to. So that's happening on Wednesday, and then on race morning, it's happening from 7:30 until 8:45. So right before the race. So folks need to get everything by 8:45 at the absolute latest. And it will be in the same spot inside, right beside Fleet Feet.
Yeah. Okay. So that is a great point to make sure to come to packet pickup. Don't even really think about packet pickup morning of as anything but kind of a fail safe and a emergency only, because we don't want to stress you out about it, but there is going to be a lot of people, and so we want to make sure that you have everything you need before you run. I am excited about Packet Pickup because we are designing some new Run Local gear and have some new merch for you guys to pick up while you're at Packet Pickup. And Daphne, we'll have those after the race available for purchase as well, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we'll have, when folks come to Packet Pickup, they'll get the race number and the safety pins, of course, and a Hunter Subaru goodie bag. And in that goodie bag, there's going to actually be coupons to several of the spots that are right nearby where Packet Pickup is, to Fleet Feet, to Athleta. And then there's going to be a rack card in there, which this is a new thing for this year, to a bunch of different businesses within Biltmore Park Town Square. And you can take that race number that you have and go in those places and get discounts and free stuff. And so definitely, if you're hanging out on Wednesday, take advantage of going in some of those places. You'll have your race number so that you can do that and get those discounts, and also just look through that goodie bag to see what all's in there, because there are coupons to be used through the weekend, through Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. And then, yes, we'll have lots of merchandise for, well, I say lots, not a ton, but we will have merchandise for sale. We have Run Local hoodies, some shirts, Run Wild, Run Local, Run Free shirts. We have Run Local socks, beanies. Yep. And so definitely come in, get some of that stuff, deck yourself out all cool and in that gear. And then, yeah, we'll have a new long sleeve shirt too for folks to check out. So that's exciting.
Awesome. Well, we are going to pause here for a ad from Friday Health Plans. Okay, so I mentioned just a minute ago that there are going to be a lot of runners this year, way more than last year. So where should people plan on parking? I think Biltmore Park will have plenty of parking throughout the whole, there's several decks and stuff, but where are you directing people?
Yeah, I mean, that's the wonderful thing about Biltmore Park Town Square is they really planned ahead when it came to their parking situation. So when folks come in off of Shank Parkway, that's the main entrance into Biltmore Park Town Square. If you turn onto Thetford Street, Thetford, Thetford Street. If you take a left there, there's a couple parking garages, one that's close to PF Chang's and behind Athleta. And then there's another one just a little bit further, and that's behind Barnes and Noble and by the Hilton. If you keep going around on that same Thetford Street, there's a big parking garage too that's right beside the movie theater. So those are the three main parking garages that are close to Town Square Boulevard. So you're sort of in the hub. There's also parking behind REI. So on the opposite side of Shank Parkway, there's parking by the YMCA and behind the YMCA. So there's plenty of options, and it'll just be first come, first serve. So yeah, you'll have lots of different options for that.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, there's parking everywhere. Don't panic about it. Let me ask this, Daphne, for people who are local and are used to going to Biltmore Park and parking there, the main kind of thoroughfare there right in front of Fleet, and as you turn after you go through the roundabout, will the street parking be open there, or are we shutting that down for the race?
Yeah, from Shank Parkway at the roundabout, the whole way down to past where our Packet Pickup is going to be. So that's Walterstone Road. that will all be closed off. All that parking will be
Okay.
closed.
Yeah.
There
So
will be,
don't plan on parking there.
yeah, there'll be some parking available on the opposite side of Town Square Boulevard in front of Barnes and Noble, Small Cakes, Athleta, on that other side of the street, but not on the street that the race is starting and finishing on. So, you know, I
Okay.
would suspect that that parking will be filled up pretty quickly since there's not a ton of it.
Yeah.
But there's some, you know, the disadvantage I would say of parking there is there's going to be a lot of people. So if you're trying to hustle and get out of there right after the race to go eat your turkey, you know, you might want to park in a parking garage. It'd just be easier to get out, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So, like we said, be parked no later than 8:30 a.m. Packet pickup ends at 8:45 at the very latest. Porta Johns, where will those be? Will businesses be open with restaurants, or will have Porta Johns?
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of open places. Fleet Feet will be open, but they only have, you know, one restroom, so that's not going to be enough. But we'll have
be helpful.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of Porta Johns and water station. What do you call them? The water hand washing stations. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have hand washing stations and Porta Johns, and those are all going to be lined up by the old Neo Burrito and the Opie Taylor's business. Caldwell Banker is there. It's very close to the finish line. And so it's, you know, just in that vicinity, there's going to be a bunch of parking spots blocked off, and that's where you'll see that stuff.
Okay. That sounds good. What's the course like for this one? I haven't been a part of this race yet, so tell me a little bit about the course.
Yeah, the course is, you know, through the town square, you know, by the businesses and everything. And then it goes up into the Biltmore Park neighborhood and through the neighborhood. So you're going to be running on lovely streets by beautiful homes. And then you wind your way back through by the YMCA and then back to town square. So it's a big loop, which is really nice. There's one section that there's a little bit of overlap when you're out in the neighborhood, and that's where the water station is at. But you know, it is hilly. It's not flat. So I know the people
Biltmore Park is definitely not flat.
No, the people who came and did our park run last year for the turkey trot were like, this is great. It's so flat, you know. It's not flat, but it's beautiful, and just pace yourself. And there is at least one stinker hill in it. So they're short, they're not long hills, but it is a little bit hilly. So just be aware. But it's interesting. It's an interesting course, and it's going to be a lot of fun for people who haven't done it before too.
Awesome. How will the course be marked? What can people look for as far as signage goes?
Yeah, so we'll have volunteers out in the course and police and security. And then we'll also have yard signs and tall signs that are attached to different turning points along the way. And we'll also have some stickers on the ground that are neon fluorescent stickers, and those will also be at the turns for people to look for as well. So, you know, I always say don't follow the person in front of you because, you know, you don't know if they know the course either. So definitely keep your eyes open and pay attention. It will be marked really well, but you don't just follow the herd. Definitely check in and see where you're at. Make sure you're going the right way.
Okay, sounds good. And I know this is a family-friendly event. Are strollers and dogs allowed?
Yeah, they both are. I would say, you know, if you're going to start with a stroller and with a dog, if you'll get more to the back of the lineup, especially if you're starting right at 9:00, just so that you're out of the way. And make sure if you bring a dog, it's well behaved. You pick up after it. You're not leaving, you know, its stuff out there. on the course. And, with strollers, just again, be aware of people. You don't want to be running into the back of their legs or anything, but it's a very family friendly, dog friendly. Dogs are part of families too. So it's a very dog and family friendly event. Just bring well-behaved dogs and well-behaved children, Allison, right?
Yeah, there's only so much that people can do about that, but
no.
If you think your dog might cause a ruckus or something, definitely maybe this isn't the event for them, just because it is going to be kind of compact with lots of people. So just be mindful of that when making that decision. But what about a water station? You mentioned it. What miles are they at? What can they expect from a water station?
Yeah, so we have one water station, but it'll be utilized 2 times. It's at mile 1.4 and at mile 2.4. And Green Moose Fuel will be manning that water station. They're a fantastic local company. They will also have their Moose Fuel available if you need a little pick me up along the way. And there will be water at the station, so you can count on that if you need it, and stop in there and get some fuel.
All right, so we are going to pause right here for an ad from our friends at North Lake Eye. All right, so we are back, and I was just thinking, do we have a course limit? Are we telling people that they have to go home and eat turkey at a certain time?
Yeah, they do. 10:30.
You don't have to eat turkey, but
yeah, 10:30 is the course limit. And that just means that at that time it's going to be unsupported. So the volunteers will leave, signs will start being picked up, that sort of thing. So, just keep that in mind.
Okay. One of my favorite things that we do at races, and always seems after post-COVID, I was extra thankful for, was getting to celebrate with people after they finished and crossed the finish line. So what can we expect from the race after they've crossed the finish line?
Yeah, so for this event, a lot of people are focused on running, walking, and then getting to their turkey dinner. So typically, we'll see sort of a mass exodus with people leaving. And that's totally fine. You stay as long as you can, as long as you want to. But we do have the beautiful Biltmore Park Town Square sparkly finisher medals for you when you come across the finish line. We have water from Beverly Hanks, and so you can pick that up, and we'll probably have some snacks available as well. And then yoga and massage will be in the room that we're doing the packet pickup in that shop. They'll be doing massages, so you can head on in there and get a massage afterwards. This isn't a 30 minute or an hour massage though, Allison. This is, 3 to 5 minutes probably. So, and then there's going to be some other vendors in there. Some of our sponsors will also be there too, and there'll be merchandise for sale. So definitely check that out. And then we also have the best dressed turkey costume contest. And so we'll have volunteers voting for that throughout the race day. And so, be planning your costume, be planning your outfit, and we'll have those awards as well.
There are a lot of creative ways to run dressed as a turkey. I have seen them in our past photos as well as online. There's been definitely some hats, gloves, lots of different
tutus.
Skirts. Yeah.
I mean, there's turkey trot shoes, there's all kinds of things now that you can deck yourself out in. So makes it fun.
So get in the spirit, dress up as a turkey, and hopefully you'll win the best dressed turkey. Okay, so because you said there's a mass exodus, are we still doing an award ceremony?
Yeah, and I'm not saying everybody leaves, but folks that need to go. So
yeah,
we are doing an award ceremony again. We didn't do that last year because of COVID, but we will have that. We have Reed from Zaniac. They are one of the merchants there in Biltmore Park, and he's going to MC this year for us. And that's going to take place, the award ceremony, approximately 10:15. And that is going to happen on the Caldwell Banker. I'm calling it a stage, but right beside the finish area. So that's where those awards will take place.
Okay, great. And what did people win this year? What can they expect to win?
Well, we have, for overall winners, we have turkeys from Luella's Barbecue. Oh yeah. Male and female winner gets those. And then we have gift certificates from Fleet Feet. And that's for overall top 3 male, female masters. And I think some kids and costume winners for Fleet Feet. And then we have pint glasses from Thirsty Monk. And that will go to age group and overall folks as well. So lots of good stuff.
Awesome. Okay, I'm curious about the turkey. Will it be cooked and ready to eat, or is it like a gift certificate that they come back later for a turkey?
It's a real legit turkey, and it's smoked, so it still needs to be cooked some. And there is cooking instructions on there, but I don't believe it takes as long as a normal turkey that hasn't been smoked. So you can have it that day or in the evening, or have Thanksgiving the next day.
Yeah, my family does Thanksgiving on Friday. So
do they? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, that sounds great. Is there anything else that we need to mention? I feel like we've covered it all: parking, packet pickup, water stations, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, I was just thinking, people are looking for turkeys this year. I think they're harder to come by, actually. And
oh, really?
Yeah.
And everything's harder to come by.
I know, right? Well, turkeys are one of them. And so, Luella's Barbecue, they do have turkeys that you can buy. And then New York Butcher Shop, which is one of the new partners this year, they're located very close to Biltmore Park Town Square. And I saw, an ad or something for them, and you can actually buy turkeys and all the fixings and stuff like that. So if you want to have that prepared, or if you just want to stop in there, they are fantastic. If you haven't checked them out yet, they have so many great to-go options and things for Thanksgiving and stuff. So just wanted to suggest them for folks that might be looking for help with their turkey this year. And then Small Cakes, I think, is also going to be giving maybe something for the overall winners as well. Have you had Small Cakes, their cupcakes before?
Have. They're delicious.
Yeah, ridiculous. They're so good. Yeah, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else, any other folks that we should mention here. I know that North Lake Eye is going to be there, which I'm excited for them to come and to greet and meet folks. So they'll be there on site. And then a lot of our printing stuff was done by Printville this year in Biltmore Park, and they've just done a fantastic job. They did our new finish line. So that's going to be really cool. And then Simply Mac is also there. We were just talking how you need to get your Mac updated or something. So you might want to talk to them. Why?
That would be wise.
Yeah. So, and if you're flying in, the Asheville Regional Airport is super duper close. Maybe 5 to 7 minutes off 26 from Biltmore Park Town Square. So if you're popping in, and you want to do a holiday run, we're close to the airport. So,
yeah.
I
think you've mentioned everyone. I think, Thirsty Monk's doing the pint glasses. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's it. Thank you for listening. We can't wait to see you on Thanksgiving, and we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, everybody. See you then.